Have you checked out the glass items at Dollar Tree lately? They are awesome. Hey Bestie, this is Lisa. Welcome or welcome back. If you want to craft your best life with me, then let's get started right now. Really pretty glass star-shaped bowls at the Dollar Tree, and I thought, what a fun idea for like a 4th of July project. So I'm using this blue acrylic paint, I'm using my white chalk paint and some red acrylic paint, and I'm going to make them, one of them red and white and one of them blue and kind of white. So I'm going to first tape off the top and bottom of the one so I can paint the white in the opening. But first I'm going to remove the tag using my heat gun from Amazon, and of course it's in my Amazon store, and most of my tools are there that I've gotten from Amazon in case you're interested. And now I'm going to paint downward from the tape on both sides, downward from the tape, because I don't want anything to bleed. And so I'm just going to do that, and then I'll kind of go touch it up. While that's drying, I'm going to put the blue all over the outside of the other star, and I did like 3 coats. I'm going to add the white chalk paint to the bottom. I don't know why, I just felt like it needed it. So, and you're only going to see it through the glass, so you don't have to make it look perfect. I'm going to take the tape off, and actually it came out pretty well. I didn't have to do a lot of fixing of this one, so I have to say that really helped to go paint down from the tape and not across it. And you can see there's just a couple little spots here and there. So what I'm going to do is take my X-Acto knife and just kind of scrape off the excess, because there wasn't that much, and that really doesn't take very long, and it's super easy to do. So there's a little hack for you. Now I'm going to take the red, and I decided not to tape the white because I didn't want the paint to get pulled up, so I just went super slow and easy with a very flat top brush, and I went all the way around. While that's drying, I'm going to put Mod Podge all around the outside of the blue and white star dish. And there we are. I put Mod Podge now on the red and white one too, so you can see how they look. But I wanted it just to have a little extra oomph, so I got a wet paintbrush that was kind of a stiff bristle. I got some chalk paint on it, and I just flicked it all over. And the fact that the paintbrush was wet is what made this so easy to do. Otherwise, chalk paint is probably too thick and you'd get big globs. And I like the way this was kind of just splattery. I love that look. So I'm going to do it on both of them. And really, that's all there was to this one. It was so easy, and I think it turned out super, super cute. Have to let me know what you think. It's funny, I don't always think about painting glass, but in this case, I think it turned out really well. You have to let me know if you've ever painted glass, and what do you think about this one? DIY. I found this jar at a thrift store that said 1776, had the Liberty Bell, and I loved it. I got it for $1. I'm going to use my Ocean Color chalk paint by Waverly. I'm going to add some water and put it right in that jar. And I'm going to swirl it around and mix it up. And then I'm going to start rolling the jar on its side and just start coating the inside. I'm only painting on the inside because I want the outside to stay smooth, and I'm going to do something else there. Now, I added probably a teeny bit too much water. I don't know if there's an exact amount that you should do, but I ended up pouring some of it out and adding a little more paint in there because it was too watery, and I wanted it to be a little heavier. So now I'm going to try rolling it around again now that I've done that, and just kind of wipe off any excess, put the lid back on, and I will roll it around, and this really did the trick. So I think the key is maybe a little less water. Anyway, once it dried, that was what I wanted it to look like. Now I'm going to take my white chalk paint by Rust-Oleum, the linen white, and I'm going to take a little foam brush, and I'm only going to brush inside that oval shape that had the raised lettering in the picture. And you just go ahead and coat it, and you don't have to be perfect about it. And once you get that on there, I'm going to take a paper towel, and I'm literally going to wipe it off again. Not like a heavy-duty wipe, but I want to leave some behind, because what I want is to make the cutout part in the letters in the picture look more visible. And see how that's going? I just love the way that looks. And then I'm going to take another paper towel and put some water on it, and I'm literally going to wipe off any paint that's around the oval to make sure the rest of the jar is nice and clean. So literally it's just still wet, so it just comes right off with water, no problem. And that's all I'm going to do to that part, and it's so easy and so cute. Now if I had used the color white inside the jar, I could have used a darker color on that outside, and that would have made it stand out. But just a cute little technique, and now you can see the picture really nicely. Next, I'm going to take this ribbon, and I cut a size that fits perfectly around that base of the jar, and I'm just going to hot glue it in the front and then like on the sides, just a little bit of drop of hot glue. And then in the back, I will bring the two pieces together and make, a little seam there. And I just thought that was very pretty, it just made it look a little more finished, and it kind of brought the lid and the jar together. Next, I have got this foam scatter from the Dollar Tree. Like, I never use this stuff, but I had it in my stash. So I thought, you know what, this would be fun, even though it's glittery. Not a big fan of glitter, but I decided to put the larger white star on the top with some hot glue, just to make it a little decorative. And then I'm going to take 3 of the smaller stars, because they came in 2 sizes. So I'm going to do a red, white, and blue, and just put them right in the front. And I thought, just how cute is that, just to sit on a shelf or outdoors, it doesn't matter. All I know is this was easy peasy. You've got to try this one. This white lantern at a thrift shop. Now, do not blink or you will miss this DIY. It's that easy. I'm going to take some rubbing alcohol and clean this off. It was pretty dirty and it came right off, so that was good. And once it's all clean, I am going to take some of my crimson chalk paint by Waverly, and I'm just deciding what areas I would like to paint this red color. Now, you could do any parts that you want, so this is just subjective to your personal taste. So I did a lot of the stuff on the center there, and then I do also go in and I do the very top as well. So I wanted to make this a nice mix of red, white, and blue. I mean, that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to use the ocean color by Waverly, and I'm going to do the little handles of the lantern in that gorgeous blue color. I love that color. That's it. That is all I did to this one. It's done. It's so easy. I hope you like it. Using 2 of the tall white candles from the Dollar Tree. I had already decorated one side of them, but I decided that they could have something on both sides. Now, I got these printables from my friend Heidi at Heidi's Ensemble DIY. I will have a link down in my description so that you can get these free printables as well, and it'll be really fun to use. I've also got these little gloves I got at TJ Maxx. You'll see shortly how I create a little skirt for the candles with them. I'm going to decoupage the printables that I cut out from Heidi, and I'm going to put 1 on each of the candles, and they are so cute. They're little tags, and I love what they say. Everything about them is just so perfect for this DIY. And I'm going to put the Mod Podge underneath and then over the top, of course, as you would with any decoupaging. And then once that dries, I'm going to move on to the next step. Next, I'm going to take the little gloves that I got at TJ Maxx, and I'm going to cut off the hand part just above where the elastic is. And that way they can become little skirts. And I'm going to hot glue down the side so you don't see a rough edge, but you don't see that here in the video. I didn't include that. And now I'm just putting them on the bottom, and they're just kind of hanging off the edge there. Isn't that cute? Like a little skirt. I got this super cute red, white, and blue ribbon at Walmart, and I'm just going to wrap it around the top and hot glue it to the candle glass. I'll do this to both of my candles. To give these a more rustic feel, I'm going to take some of the very thin jute twine from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to hot glue it right around the edge of the printable. I think that's just going to frame it really nicely, and I'm going to do that on both of the candles with those printables. With a marker, I'm just going to add a little dot up at the top of the tag so it looks like it's a tag with a hole in it, and I made a super small shoestring bow out of that twine, and I did the same on both of them. Now, to further distress them, I'm going to take my antique wax by Waverly, and I'm going to dry brush all over not only the candles, but the printables, the ribbons, the little skirt at the bottom, every single part of this. I want it to look older, worn, like it's really antique. And once I finish with this, these are done, and they're so cute. This was very simple. This was a fun, easy DIY. Ready for more inspiration? Here's another video I think you'll really like. If you click on it, I will see you there. You are truly a blessing to me. Bye.